What is up, guys? I'm Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here to educate you on health, fitness, social well-being. And guys, we are currently 8 weeks out from my next powerlifting meet, which I will be talking to you guys more about at the end of this video. But for right now, I just want to briefly kind of take you guys through my last two workouts on the beginning of this new Mesocycle, explain what some of the differences are going forward with this Mesocycle, as well as just kind of address a few things that you guys have had questions about concerning my training as of late. So the first thing that you guys are going to notice, both on this lower body intensity day as well as the upper body intensity day that you'll be seeing, is overall the structure of the workout is the same. The volume has simply gone down, the intensity has gone up. Whereas before I was working up to a top set of 4 and a top set of 3 on both squats, and then you're going to see on the bench as well. And then it would be followed by 3x5 back down sets at a certain percentage. Well, now I'm working up to a top set of 3 and a top set of 2. Both you're going to see that on the squats and on the bench. And then my back down sets are a 3x3 at a certain percentage. So overall, everything else has remained the same. The volume simply is going down on this Mesocycle, and the intensity is going up. We're getting to that point where we're going to start really trying to, gradually reduce the fatigue by cutting the volume back, while still building up that intensity to get our fitness prepared to do our 1 rep maxes come meet day. So that's one thing that I want to address with you guys. The second thing that you're going to notice is, as far as deadlifts, pretty much the similar setup. Rather than working up to a top set of 3 followed by back down sets of 3x3, I'm going to end up working up to a top set of 2 followed by back down sets of 3x2. So that's what that's going to be looking like. As for the rest of the differences on this program, my secondary lower body day and secondary upper body day, rather than doing like a top set of 6 followed by 3 back down sets of 8 on the squat and the bench, I'm now going to be doing heavy singles at a moderate RPE, no more than like 6 to 7, just to get me used to doing singles again with relatively heavy loads, followed by back down sets of 3x6, and that's going to be both on my lower body day with squats and on my secondary upper body day with the bench press. And then with the deadlifts, I'm actually having comp style deadlifting twice a week. Once again, last Mesocycle I was only doing it once a week, but on that secondary lower body day, what I'm doing is competition deadlifts for 4 sets of 2 at a certain percentage. It's going to be very light. I believe this week it's going to start with 355 pounds, and this pretty much is going to go up 10 pounds every week. And once again, this is just to get me more comp specific for everything that's going on. And that's kind of what I want to lead into as far as the next point with addressing some of your guys' questions. A lot of you have been asking me things like, hey Marcellus, what's going on? We haven't seen you do weighted pull-ups in a long time. We haven't seen you do weighted dips since you started working under Brendan. You haven't been showing us a whole lot of stuff with your accessory work, guys. And the answer is really simple, guys. It's the fact that my accessory work hasn't really changed that much from cycle to cycle. I was showing you guys a lot of it at the very beginning because we were still more in the off-season phase. We were doing more movement prep development, more high volume work. So I was showing you all the different accessory work, but the accessory work actually hasn't changed much. In fact, it's more diminished than anything. And the reason simply being, guys, you guys know that I'm huge on accessory work. I'm huge on variation work and the importance of doing that, especially in your off season. That's the perfect time to be, blasting more accessory work to build up more muscle mass, especially on those areas you may have weak points in. Doing variation work to help you with weak points in your lifts, whether you're doing front squats, tempo squats, flat dumbbell press, the different variations of the big 3 in order to help you get better at the big 3. And plus, it's good just to take time away from the comp specific list from time to time just to help prevent overuse injuries. However, as I said, I'm 8 weeks out from my meet. As I'm getting closer to this meet, guys, my accessory work is pretty much just the bare minimum that I need, because the reality is I need to be more focused on the comp specific lifts, the big 3. That's why you don't see me doing a whole lot of variation work when it comes to the big 3 anymore. But on top of doing less variation work, I'm just not putting as much emphasis into accessory work either. I'm still doing it, but the reality is doing too much accessory work could be detrimental in the sense of it's all the same nervous system. We have to think about everything in terms of fatigue and recovery. And that's why you guys have noticed that I'm not emphasizing my accessory work quite as much. And that's why I haven't been showing you as much videos of it, because I'm simply not doing it as much. Now, in these clips, I've showed you my accessory work on the lower body day, the goblet squats, and then now you're going to see my accessory work on this day. Right now, I just have this is a simple 2 sets of 3 long pause bench press. So this is technically a variation, but it's a very applicable variation to the actual bench press. So I'm pretty much just pausing longer with a lighter load after doing my top sets and my main back down set work. But you're gonna notice as we get into the accessory work on this day, it's really bare minimum. Even with my pull-ups, you guys are gonna see I'm no longer focusing on weighted pull-ups right now. I'm doing tempo pull-ups, and the way that I progress these is pretty much just by it's 3 sets of 6, and based upon the RPE determines what tempo I'm gonna go at to try to match that RPE. RPE. And the reason that I'm doing tempo pull-ups instead of weighted pull-ups, guys, is the mere fact that even though I can control the tempo to kind of get a certain RPE, or preserved rate of perceived exertion, the reality is this is nowhere near taxing my body as weighted pull-ups will be. You guys have to keep in mind, my best weighted pull-up, or chin-up rather, is 200 pounds. So even if I were to just do sets of 5 with 60% of that, that's still 120 pounds strapped to myself. That's still relatively, you know, a heavy load on me, and that's going to be far more taxing on my recovery, and therefore can have an impact on, you know, anything that my back's related to, whether it's my bench press, my squat, my deadlift. So that's the reason, guys, why I'm just not trying to go crazy hard on my accessory work right now. I'm still doing it. I'm doing enough to kind of maintain a certain level of strength on these accessory movements, but I'm not really trying to focus on progressing on them right now, because the main focus is being specific. And that's the thing you guys always want to keep in mind. When it comes to being your off season, you can be a little less specific, build up on all these weak points, but when it gets closer to meet time, that's when you need to get more specific on what you're trying to do. So yeah, that's pretty much why I'm doing that, guys. Keep in mind what, you know, accessory and variation movements you do, when you do them, why you do them, all depends upon your goals, as well as understanding that, you know, if you're not a powerlifter, then what could be an accessory movement for me may be actually a main movement for you. So I've gone over all that kind of stuff before, but I just kind of wanted to briefly address all this, kind of get you guys caught up with what's going on. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this voiceover, and I have a little bit more to tell you guys at the end of this video, so enjoy.
All right, what is up, guys? Let Marcellus Williams, the Swolefessor, chat with y'all a little bit. So as I said, guys, 8 weeks out from my next powerlifting meet, and I'm excited, guys. Like, this is the most pumped I've been for a powerlifting meet since ever. Like, even I have been saying that, like, it's the most pumped I've been since my first powerlifting meet, but with your first powerlifting meet, you're excited, but you're nervous, you don't know what to expect. But now I'm more pumped and more excited because I know what to expect from a powerlifting meet. This will be my 5th one, but it's like, oh, your boy's just ready. Like, and I'm excited for several reasons. For one, it's going to be the first meet that Derek and I have done together, as well as a bunch of other people that train at Progressive Overload Dallas Gym. We're going to be competing in it. JD, if you're watching this, shout out to you, bro. Johnny, I know he's going to be competing in it. I think like a few others, like a handful of people that train at POD are going to be actually like competing at this meet. So that's just going to be like a fun meet, doing with, you know, a bunch of different people that you train with and you're friends with and stuff like that. It'll be my first powerlifting meet under Brendan's coaching, so we get to really see like how all that's been paying off. As I've explained to you guys before, I think that, like, you know, to be the best you can be in anything, having a mentor is important. Even if you are someone where you consider yourself a mentor yourself, like all the best coaches have coaches, so on and so forth. So really excited to do that, to make Aesthetic Strength, aka Brendan Teets, aka Papa Teets, proud of me. No, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be fun. I believe Russell's gonna be there, gonna try to come out and support as well, just because it's oh yeah, duh. My powerlifting meet, guys, is Summer Power Fest in Houston, Texas, and I want to say the George something Convention Center. Y'all give your boy 1 sec, because you know, I want to give the clear details. Yeah, at the George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston, Texas, June 30th, Summer Power Fest. That is when my next powerlifting meet will be. So I'm excited about that for those reasons, as well as the fact that those of you who, you know, been with the channel long enough and saw my last meet, which was August of last year, know that it was not my best performance powerlifting. Like, okay, so it's like, it was my best performance in terms of Wilk as far as pound for pound, because I came in like, I'm a 74 kg powerlifter, for those of you who don't know. The top of my weight class is 163 pounds, and on that meet I came in like 158 pounds, so I came in lighter than what I usually like to compete at. I like to sit right at the top of that weight class, so it was technically my best pound for pound score, but it was like my second best total. I think I got like, anyway, I think I got like, I want to say 10 or 20 pounds less than my actual best total, which was the meet before that. So really looking forward to, you know, coming in and kind of redeeming myself as far as that. And you guys know that before, I was all caught up and focused on, you know, trying to get that 1,300 pound total. Nah, that's done. That's in the past. Way in the past, because I guarantee you guys, I'm going to absolutely destroy that. As far as what numbers I'm planning on hitting, not going to tell y'all just yet. We're going to wait and see. Wait till we get a little bit closer to me, see if I decide I want to tell you guys at all or just surprise you. We're going to see, but just know that my best, this wasn't like everything that I got at the last meet, but my best lifts in competitions period are a 341 bench, a 507 deadlift, and a 452 squat. So your boy plans on decimating those numbers, PRs all around. So we're gonna see how that goes. But yeah, I'm just really excited about that. And then the last thing I just wanted to kind of touch on with you guys was pretty much that if you're not following me on Instagram at TheSwolefessor, I highly suggest that you guys do so. I already explained a few videos ago that, you know, I'm not uploading, you know, 3 to 5 videos a week anymore, just due to how busy I've been getting, you know, with online clientele and with my own training, getting more focused on that, and just different things that I'm kind of getting involved in that I'm trying to, like, you know, not spread myself too thin as far as, you know, coaching the UNT powerlifting team, online clients, in-person clients, so on and so forth. Due to that, I much rather, like I said, what I've been doing, uploading, like, you know, once to twice a week, making sure that it's good quality videos versus still trying to maintain that 3 to 5 video flow, but the quality starts going down because I'm just spread too thin to where I'm not putting my all into everything that I'm doing, because you guys know that I'm big on that, like, you know, quality investments in everything that I'm doing, whether it's my clientele, my YouTube channel, my own training, whatever it may be. But if you're following me on Instagram, you guys are still gonna see lots of content. Like, you're gonna be keep up to date with a lot of my workouts. You're gonna be kept up to date in terms of, like, just informative posts, because I do informative posts on Instagram as well as the fact that I'm always talking about different topics on my stories. I'm always answering different questions that I get in my DMs, and oftentimes I answer them on my story if I feel like it's something that can help a lot of people. So if you guys are kind of feeling like you're just not getting enough Swolefessor in your life, enough Pastor Gaines in your life, and go on ahead and come down to the church of Swolefessor at TheSwolefessor on Instagram. But no, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you did. If you did not, leave a comment down below. Let me know what I can do to get better. Like the video, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch y'all later.